The beta hCG test is often approached with a sense of finality, as if the number printed on a report carries a sixth destiny. But in reality, it is far more accurate and far more humane to see it as a message rather than a verdict. The body does not speak in absolutes. It speaks in signals, patterns, and gentle warnings that invite attention long before they demand action. Beta hCG is one of those early signals, a biochemical whisper that tells us something is happening beneath the surface, something that deserves observation, understanding, and patience. When we reframe the test this way, fear begins to soften and curiosity takes its place. Every system in the body communicates through change, not through instant declarations. Hormones rise and fall, cells respond and adapt, and balance is constantly being adjusted in response to internal and external conditions. The beta hCG test captures one moment in this ongoing conversation. It does not announce an ending or even a fully formed beginning. It simply says that a process has started or that a pathway has been activated. Treating this information as a message allows space for follow-up, reflection, and calm decision-making, which is especially important for older adults whose bodies may respond at a different pace than younger ones. When people see test results as verdicts, anxiety often rushes in and blocks clear thinking. The mind jumps ahead, imagining outcomes that have not yet unfolded. But biology rarely moves in straight lines. It moves in trends, in rhythms, and in gradual adjustments. A single beta hCG value cannot capture this complexity. It needs context, time, and often repetition to reveal its true meaning. Understanding this protects individuals from unnecessary emotional strain and allows healthcare decisions to be guided by evidence rather than panic. Seeing the test as a message also restores a sense of partnership with the body. Instead of feeling judged by a number, a person can feel informed by it. The body is not trying to surprise or betray, it is trying to communicate. This shift in perspective transforms medical testing from something that happens to you into something that works with you. It encourages questions, thoughtful discussions with healthcare providers, and a more empowered role in personal health management. For older adults, this mindset is particularly valuable. With age comes variability, and variability is not the same as dysfunction. Hormonal responses may be slower, subtler, or influenced by long-standing lifestyle patterns. Recognizing beta hCG as a message allows room for these natural differences without labeling them as failure. It reinforces the idea that health is a dynamic process shaped by nutrition, movement, rest, stress levels, and emotional well-being, all of which can influence how the body responds to any biological signal. When the beta hCG test is understood as communication rather than judgment, it aligns beautifully with a compassionate approach to health. It invites patience instead of pressure, observation instead of assumption, and trust instead of fear. This perspective does not minimize the importance of the test, it deepens it. It honors the intelligence of the body and the wisdom of listening carefully, knowing that meaningful change often begins quietly and reveals itself gradually. Healthy nutrition plays a quiet but powerful role in how the body interprets and responds to signals like the beta hCG test, especially in older adults, where balance matters more than intensity. Food is not just fuel, it is information. Every meal sends chemical instructions that influence hormones, inflammation, immune strength, and cellular repair. When the diet is rich in natural, whole foods, the body is better prepared to receive and process hormonal messages with clarity rather than confusion. This becomes increasingly important as metabolism slows and the margin for error narrows with age. A diet centered on vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, lean proteins, and healthy fats creates an internal environment that supports stability. These foods provide vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber that help regulate blood sugar and reduce chronic inflammation. Inflammation, when left unchecked, can distort hormonal signaling and create background noise in the body's communication systems. By calming this noise through nutrition, the body can respond more accurately to subtle hormonal changes, including those reflected in tests like beta-hCG. Protein deserves special attention for older adults, as it supports tissue maintenance, immune function, and enzyme production. Hormones interact with proteins at the cellular level, and adequate intake helps ensure these interactions occur efficiently. At the same time, choosing protein sources that are easy to digest and low in excess saturated fat helps reduce strain on the digestive and cardiovascular systems. Balance, not excess, becomes the guiding principle. Healthy fats also play a crucial role in hormonal health. Fats from sources like nuts, seeds, olive oil, and fish support cell membrane integrity and hormone production. These fats help the body maintain flexibility at the cellular level, allowing signals to pass smoothly from one system to another. In contrast, diets high in processed fats and sugars can disrupt this communication, leading to hormonal resistance and metabolic stress. Over time, this disruption can make test results harder to interpret and the body harder to stabilize. Hydration is an often overlooked part of nutrition that directly affects blood chemistry. Since beta-hCG is measured in the blood, proper hydration supports accurate circulation and cellular exchange. Even mild dehydration can increase stress hormones and impair kidney function, subtly influencing how the body processes and clears hormonal signals. Drinking enough water throughout the day is a simple but powerful way to support internal balance. What makes healthy eating truly impactful is consistency. The body responds less to occasional perfection and more to daily patterns. Regular, nourishing meals create predictability for metabolic and hormonal systems, reducing stress and improving resilience. For older adults, this consistency builds a sense of trust between lifestyle choices and bodily response, reinforcing the idea that health is something shaped gently over time through everyday decisions rather than dramatic interventions. Movement is one of the most powerful tools we have for supporting the body's natural signals, including hormones like beta-hCG, and for older adults. The quality of movement matters far more than intensity or duration. Light, consistent exercise does more than strengthen muscles or burn calories. It enhances circulation, improves cellular communication, and gently encourages the body to maintain balance. Even small amounts of daily activity can help the body interpret and respond to hormonal messages with clarity, creating a foundation for resilience and well-being. Walking is a perfect example of how simple movement can be transformative. A brisk 10 to 20-minute walk each day stimulates blood flow, supports cardiovascular health, and allows oxygen and nutrients to reach tissues efficiently. This circulation is essential for hormones to travel effectively throughout the body. When hormones move smoothly, the communication between organs and cells remains clear, reducing stress on the body and supporting overall metabolic function. Walking also provides a rhythmic pattern that helps regulate the nervous system, calming stress responses that could otherwise interfere with hormonal balance. Gentle stretching or mobility exercises complement walking by maintaining joint flexibility and reducing stiffness, which is particularly important as we age. Stretching supports posture, prevents injury, and encourages the body to remain adaptable. It also promotes relaxation, which can reduce the production of stress hormones that compete with other signals in the body. When movement is combined with deep, intentional breathing, it becomes a form of internal massage, helping tissues receive nutrients and hormones more efficiently, while signaling to the nervous system that the body is safe and supported. Slow, controlled strength exercises, even using body weight or light resistance bands, provide additional benefits for older adults. Maintaining muscle mass is crucial for metabolic health and for supporting healthy hormone function. Muscles are not just responsible for movement, they act as reservoirs for glucose and influence insulin sensitivity, which in turn affect how hormones interact with the body. Strength work also reinforces balance and stability, reducing the risk of falls and injuries, which allows older adults to maintain independence and confidence in daily life. Consistency in movement is more important than intensity. The body responds to patterns, not occasional extremes. Daily routines of gentle activity signal that the body is cared for, that it is expected to move, and that it can rely on regular stimulation to remain flexible, strong, and resilient. These small, steady actions accumulate over time, producing significant benefits for energy levels, mental clarity, and overall well-being. In addition, movement is deeply tied to mindset. Physical activity releases endorphins and promotes a sense of agency, reinforcing the idea that the body is not fragile but responsive and capable. Each step, stretch, or controlled lift reminds the body and mind that aging does not mean decline, but rather adaptation and refinement. By approaching movement with patience and mindfulness, older adults honor their bodies, support hormonal balance, and create an internal environment where subtle biological signals, like those measured in a beta hCG test, can be interpreted with clarity and precision. A positive mindset is one of the most powerful tools an older adult can cultivate, and it plays a crucial role in how the body interprets and responds to signals like the beta hCG test. Mindset is not about denying reality or forcing optimism. It is about approaching life with trust, patience, and curiosity, recognizing that health is a journey shaped by daily choices, not a single test result. When the mind is calm and open, the body is better able to maintain balance, regulate hormones, and respond to subtle signals with clarity. This is particularly important for older adults whose bodies may require more time and gentle guidance to adapt to change. Every thought we hold influences our physiology. Stressful, anxious, or fearful thinking triggers a cascade of hormonal responses, including elevated cortisol and adrenaline, which can interfere with metabolic processes, sleep, and immune function. In contrast, a mindset rooted in calm awareness supports healthy hormonal communication, making it easier for the body to interpret and respond to signals such as beta hCG. Choosing to approach health information with curiosity rather than fear allows older adults to stay engaged with their well-being without being overwhelmed by uncertainty. Patience is an essential component of this mindset. The body rarely provides immediate answers or dramatic clarity. Hormonal signals, biological processes, and cellular changes all follow their own rhythms. By learning to wait, to observe trends, and to respond thoughtfully, older adults can reduce anxiety and create a space where health can unfold naturally. Patience transforms the act of waiting for test results from a source of tension into an opportunity for reflection, self-care, and gentle observation of the body's patterns over time. Optimism, in its truest sense, does not mean ignoring challenges. It means choosing to focus on what can be influenced and trusting that consistent, positive actions matter. A balanced diet, regular light exercise, good sleep, stress management, and hydration are all tangible ways to support the body's natural intelligence. When paired with a mindset that expects the body to respond positively to care, these actions are amplified. Older adults who embrace this mindset often notice subtle improvements in energy, clarity, mood, and resilience, which in turn reinforce their commitment to healthy habits. Mindset also shapes how older adults interpret test results. A positive, calm approach allows numbers to be seen as information rather than judgment, reducing fear and helping individuals ask informed questions and seek appropriate guidance. This perspective transforms medical testing into a collaborative process between the individual and their healthcare provider, rather than a source of anxiety or helplessness. It reinforces the idea that health is an ongoing conversation, one that involves listening, understanding, and acting with intention rather than reacting impulsively to a single data point. Cultivating a positive mindset encourages a sense of agency and confidence. It reminds older adults that they are active participants in their health, capable of making decisions that support vitality and well-being. By embracing trust, patience, and curiosity, they honor the body's intelligence and resilience, creating an internal environment where subtle biological signals like beta hCG can be interpreted and responded to with clarity. This mindset nurtures not only physical health, but also emotional strength, allowing older adults to approach life with a sense of balance, purpose, and hope that is both empowering and deeply sustaining. Lifestyle habits form the foundation upon which all other aspects of health rest, and for older adults, they become even more critical in supporting the body's ability to respond effectively to hormonal signals like beta hCG. These habits, sleep, hydration, stress management, and routine checkups, work together quietly, day after day, creating an internal environment where the body can function efficiently, adapt to change, and maintain balance. They're not dramatic interventions, but steady practices that reinforce resilience and clarity, ensuring that the messages the body sends are interpreted accurately rather than distorted by neglect or stress. Sleep is one of the most powerful lifestyle factors for maintaining health at any age. During sleep, the body carries out essential repair processes, regulates hormones, and consolidates memory and learning. For hormones such as beta hCG, which are sensitive to overall metabolic and endocrine balance, restorative sleep ensures that production, circulation, and receptor responses are functioning optimally. Lack of sleep, on the other hand, increases stress hormones, disrupts metabolism, and can make hormonal signals harder to interpret, creating unnecessary uncertainty even when the underlying biology is normal. Prioritizing consistent, high-quality rest gives the body the stability it needs to respond intelligently to every signal it receives. Hydration is another often overlooked pillar of healthy lifestyle habits. Water is essential for nearly every cellular process, including the transport of hormones, nutrients, and waste products. Proper hydration ensures that the blood maintains the right concentration and viscosity, allowing hormones to move efficiently and reach target tissues. Even mild dehydration can subtly impair these processes, slowing communication and making the body's internal environment less predictable. For older adults who may have a reduced sense of thirst, consciously maintaining hydration becomes a simple but profound way to support clarity in biological signaling. Stress management ties directly into both sleep and hormonal balance. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which can interfere with many hormone systems and create background noise in the body's communication network. Practices such as meditation, journaling, deep breathing, and gentle mindfulness exercises help regulate stress responses, signaling to the body that it is safe and supported. Lower stress levels improve the interpretation of hormonal messages and enhance overall resilience, allowing the body to focus energy on repair and maintenance rather than constant defense. Even small moments of daily calm can accumulate over time into measurable improvements in energy, focus, and hormonal efficiency. Routine medical checkups are another integral component of lifestyle habits. These visits provide an opportunity to monitor trends over time rather than reacting to single data points. They offer perspective on how diet, movement, sleep, and stress interact to influence health outcomes. For older adults, consistent monitoring allows early detection of changes, ensuring that interventions can be gentle and timely rather than urgent or invasive. By approaching health as a continuum, individuals can maintain a sense of agency and confidence, understanding that they are actively shaping their well-being rather than passively observing it. Together, these lifestyle habits, sleep, hydration, stress management, and regular medical oversight create a steady, supportive foundation for the body. They allow subtle biological signals like beta hCG to be expressed, interpreted, and acted upon with clarity. They reinforce the principle that health is not the result of a single action or a dramatic intervention, but of consistent, compassionate attention to daily patterns that honor the body's intelligence and adaptability. When these habits are nurtured over time, they empower older adults to live with resilience, confidence, and a deep sense of harmony between mind, body, and the natural rhythms of life.